There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
Kill your son. Then he will go to school. I will kill him.
You can't even
I
speak
will
proper English.
kill him. I will kill him. I
Scammer.
will kill him.
You are threatening my family. You won't kill me. You're trying to kill the...
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Take.
Hey, what's going on, CJ?
Not much. How about you?
Oh, crazy night. These little cats, each and everything. They started just. I woke up to like a crazy fight, like a really bad fight. Like they're animals. These guys.
Why were they
One of them's
fighting?
growling. I couldn't sleep for about 2 hours. I had to separate them, and they were just nuts.
Why were they fighting? Do you know?
I don't know what they do to piss each other off. I mean, 1 minute they're licking each other, and the next minute they're beating the shit out of each other. And I'm trying to go to sleep. Yeah. So it was just a long night with these crazy people.
I wonder what happened with them.
Gandu people, I call them now. But yeah. And then it was just, I had a crazy day yesterday with a lot of stuff happened. I was on the phone with the Norton idiots all day long, and I was called every single big scambaiter. I mean, they were very triggered. And then actually something that's never happened to me, you know, the Medicare scammers are out, and they call everybody from spoof numbers. I started talking Hindi to one of the Medicare scammers, and he was kind of taken aback, and he actually called me from a private number an hour later to curse me out with his friends.
Oh my God.
I said, what are you
That
doing?
sounds like fun.
Why would you? What's that?
So that sounds like fun.
I've never had one of those bastards call me. They normally hang up in a second, especially if they call you and you speak any Hindi to them. But he called me back an hour later. I was so surprised. The phone rang and I picked it up and he's like, "Hello?" And I'm like, "Who the hell is this?" He's like, "It's your father, mother." So I was like,
Oh
"Which
my
scammer are
gosh.
you?" I talked to about 1,000 today. And then another Norton scammer called me back and wanted to know how good I was in Hindi because he wanted me to be a mule. And I've been trying to find the recording. I called so many of these idiots yesterday. So that was just an interesting conversation. But it didn't last too long, and I didn't play along, and I should have, but I just started raging at them. So it didn't really go too long.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, definitely tell him yes, you'll be a mule, and then pass them to me. Or I can play, like, I can try to investigate them. That would be fun.
You know, I should have. I really should have just taken a step back and stopped the rage for a little while. But after 3 hours of calling them, he calls me and then asks me that. And I'm like, why the hell would you ask me that? Do you realize I'm trying to shut you down? I'm going to mess with you guys. So why would I want to work for you? So I was just kind of, I let my emotions get the best of me.
Yeah. Well, it's understandable.
But it's just the mindset of it doesn't matter if this guy's calling us nonstop, wasting our time, bothering us, and you can tell how much I hate what they're doing. He still thinks that there's a chance that I could be sold for a price.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Just because I can speak a little Hindi. I'm probably one of the few people that call him that don't swear in Hindi as much as other people do. I'm trying to have real conversations now with them, and I don't know. It made him want me to be a mule for him.
Yeah. Well, we definitely, if they call you back, tell them, yes, you'll be a mule. And then ask them what they want you to do next. And we'll try to uncover some, details. By the way, good morning to all the members. Thank you guys so much for the support. We really appreciate it. It really helps us a lot. And good morning to the mods. Thank you guys for helping out with the chat.
I'm sorry, I can't watch the chat today. After a year and a half of doing 300 plus videos on my phone 14 hours a day, my eyes are starting to water pretty early in the day. So I'm going to take a break for a couple days and not really look at the phone. So I do apologize if you've sent me a Discord and I haven't responded, or haven't responded to a comment. I love to respond to every single comment on a video. And in here as well, I like to say good morning to everybody. I love that everyone comes and joins us. I just can't look at the chat too much. But I did see, was it Tetra going to the dentist later? I'm experiencing that too, brother. Good luck.
Sister. I think Tetra's a girl.
Oh, did I say brother? Yeah. So I'm with you, sister.
It's hard to keep everyone straight, so I do that so many times. It's really hard to know by people's handles if they're male or female, so sorry.
And that's why usually when I respond to a comment on a video, I don't usually talk gender unless they have a name like Rick, or a definite name. Even then you can still mess up, but I try to stay away from that, so that was my fault. But anyway, good luck to you. I know mouth pain is the worst.
DA. Yeah, going to the dentist is awful. DA, thank you so much. Really appreciate the 5 gifted memberships. That's so kind of you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thank you very, very much.
That was a cool clip that you played for us in the morning there, right before we started the show. So we have Team SDS with us, right?
Yep, and they're gonna tell us, hopefully we're gonna ask them, what kind of, because I know they were working with Sinister Spatula to make some new tools for scambaiters. So I'm really excited to hear more about that. So yeah, it'll be good. Excited.
Yeah, the return of Chester Drawers hanging out with us.
Yeah. Yesterday I got Stephanie sent me a SSA number, then I sent it to you. I called them like all day, every day. Like every day, every time I went to the bathroom yesterday at work, I called them and they were still answering.
That's dedication. They answered all day long, that number, and I wasn't even going to call yesterday, and you just got me in the mood with that text, and that led me to the Norton number. I kept alternating. I probably have enough content now to make it another 5 videos. That SSA number was different than the normal SSAs. If anyone's called these idiots, like from scammer info, or when the numbers show up, usually they are so triggered and they hang up the phone, and it's very hard for it to even get a word in. Yesterday they picked up every time I've called from the same number.
Wow.
And then they were up 5 hours later, they were still up. So it was just a weird type of number. I don't know if that was just a bunch of, it felt like it was about the same people. But I kept getting the same 3 or 4 people.
Wow. Well,
but it was just a different animal than what the normal SSA number is usually. So thank you very much for that one.
Hey, TAGOW. Yeah, I got that from Stephanie. And the thing about it is, Stephanie got that in her email. And also, I read in the news that scammers are sending letters to people's houses. Remember how we've been telling everyone that the real SSA will only send letters, but the scammers have been sending letters with a phone number to call. But it does say in the letter that your social security number will be suspended. So I think the thing to teach everyone and to tell people is that is not a real thing. That your social security number is never going to be suspended. So if you get any letters like that, they're just total bogus. So that's what we need to, I guess, tell people, because they are sending letters out now.
It's very tough to get a new social and get your number suspended. It's not like they just suspend all these different numbers. I've been trying for years to get a new social, just because I want to start over. But that's my business. But yeah, it's they're changing the game a little bit, and they have to. They say that all these calls to these idiots don't make a difference, but it does, because they have to adapt. And they're changing it up a little bit. I mean, I guarantee you, Norton and SSA made very little money yesterday between me and you and all the other people that were bothering these idiots. Of course, they find their one big one, and that kind of makes up for the whole day, unfortunately. But we bothered them nonstop, and that makes them have to change. And now they're resorting to sending letters out.
Yeah. Well, that's why we just... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, finish your thought. I won't forget.
No, I was pretty much done. Go ahead.
The Synergy scam, right? Mm-hmm. Synergy Finance, the bank, didn't you do that one time where you went through it and they mailed you the paperwork, the email paperwork or something?
Yeah, they've emailed me the paperwork, but then I didn't really do much with it after.
I am very confused on what they actually do and why they can stay up forever. And they always have a 917 number, and they have a website. And if you look, if you Google Synergy Finance, the website shows up first. I'm pretty sure it's a fake website. None of the icons really work, except for I think the Facebook one works. But the numbers doesn't work. It's a 917 number. They say they're in New York. But then if you scroll down about 4 more, there's another Synergy, and the website looks similar. And it's at an actual Synergy Finance, and they're based in Maryland, and they have a phone number. And I'm trying to figure out if they know about the fake Synergy. And then I'm trying to figure out what happens. Like, how does Synergy scam people? Like, I know they get your bank account and they say they're going to deposit money in there, but can they take money out of your account if you give them your account?
I thought it was...
Is it that easy?
I thought it was one of those things where they, like, have you pay the taxes up front. Morning, Anushka. At like through a gift
So-
card or something. Is it?
Gotcha. So I mean, they say that there's no fee in the beginning, but obviously, if you go through long enough, and of course, I never do, but it's one of those scams where they say you got to pay this, and then you get a very low rate,
So where?
and maybe they just
Yeah.
don't
where are
get
they
there until the
located?
end.
Yeah. Where are they located? You
They say
said-
New York, but I mean, I think we've talked to them enough where I think they're outside of Delhi.
Yeah, but you just said something about they had an address somewhere.
Yeah, William Street, New York. I mean, you have to Google, I think, Synergy Finance, and then I think the website kind of, I think, if I could look at my phone, I'll tell you later. But I want to do some more research into these guys because, I mean, there's a ton of complaints about them, but I think a lot of the people that are complaining are saying that they're bothering them, and that most of the complaints are about that they nonstop cold call you when you're on the do not call list.
Right.
But that's it. But they're complaining about them like they're a real business.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully the scammer info guys that are joining us can talk a little bit more about that scam, because I'm so fascinated by it now, and I've been messing with them for about 6 months, but it's just so annoying that they've been up for 6 months and they change their number every single day, and I just want to know what their scam is all the way through.
Yeah. Hi, Omar. I'll get the paperwork again and fill it out and then see what happens after that. Because that's easy enough. I just haven't done it yet. So I can do that. See what happens.
That'll give me some closure on these guys. And then the other thing, so I put out a couple videos in the past couple weeks dealing with the Comcast Xfinity idiots. And I came across this channel. I wish I had her link, but I ran into, I think, Betty this morning on that channel. So I know other scambaiters are finding her. It's more of like a business fraud channel, but she went through the whole bait with these Comcast Xfinity scammers. It was something I've never done, obviously. I just like to make funny videos and troll them. But when you get to the end of it, they ask for a Target gift card. So it's a gift card scam. So I was like very amazed that this young girl went through the whole bait with them. And it was pretty cool. And once I get her link in the next couple days, I'll post it. But it was just really cool to watch. You know, if you want to hear somebody cursing and, you know, having weird conversations with them, yeah, you can check out my video. But if you want to see how the whole bait really plays out, then please, we'll post her link. It was such a great job. I wish I can give her credit.
That sounds interesting. I don't know who it is to post her link, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, it came in my feed as well, Betty. It was more of a, I don't know, I think the channel's called Fraud something. You know, very small channel, 100, 200 subscribers maybe. And I didn't really check out her other videos, but I subbed to her and, you know, I left a comment. So hopefully maybe we can talk with her one day.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But I just thought it was cool because so many people were on my case saying that they're legit, you know, that they're just a promotions department, and they're not. They're scumbags. They're idiots, and I have plenty of content where they actually admit it, and they'll say it's a scam, but I'm not in India, I'm in the Philippines, and they can't pronounce Philippines. So they're typical scammers. So I'm just happy she posted it. That's all.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Hopefully I'll get to see that soon, that channel, because I've never seen that channel before.
Yeah, if I was more organized, I would have had her link, but I totally forgot about it until now, and I can't really look at my phone right now.
Yeah, it's understandable. Well, shall we bring Chester on for the news?
Absolutely. Morning, Chester. Good.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your eyes. I hope they with some rest they get okay very, very soon.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, they're kind of important, so I kind of just don't want to play around. So, it could be just getting old, but I'm not ready to get old yet.
I don't know if that's true. Well, at least it's not your sense of humour that's not working at the moment. So carry on doing what you're doing, brother.
Thank you very little.
Right. I guess you want to hear some news.
Yeah.
If you have some, you got some good stories for us? You got some bizarre shit?
No, these are more scammer related today.
Oh, nice. We are a scam show.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a little bit of information regarding data breaches that have happened so far in 2023. So if you are a Chick-fil-A customer, that's a fast food company over in your part of the world, CJ and Take, watch out, because there's been some suspicious activity into a number of the select Chick-fil-A customer database. So if you've noticed that some takeouts have been ordered and have been sent to the UK, that was me, and thank you very much.
So how does the scam work? You mean if I use my credit card at the drive-thru, it goes into their system and then somebody scams you like that?
No, this is a data breach. So someone's hacked into their database and stolen information. The article that I'm reading at the moment doesn't actually say what information was stolen. It's just advising customers who have accounts with them just to change passwords and that sort of thing. And that was on January the 6th. On January the 4th, Twitter reported that there was a data breach during 2022, and a lot of information, I think email, bank details, just email addresses, around 200 million Twitter users was being sold on the dark web. And 2023 so far, it looks like that information is still available for nefarious people to obtain. So if you have a Twitter account, change your password.
Yeah, well, let's go back to Chick-fil-A. Yeah. So they hack into Chick-fil-A. People actually have chicken accounts. Like, what kind of account would somebody have at a Chick-fil-A?
Well, it's a chicken account as well as a saving account, I guess. Sorry, chicken, check-in.
Chicken. I see what you did there. Very clever. I miss Chick-fil-A. I moved to New York, and when I lived in Massachusetts, there was one right in front of one of the stores that I used to manage, and I used to go there every day. I love them. I know they've had their controversy or whatever, but as far as a chicken sandwich or a breakfast sandwich, I think Chick-fil-A is probably one of the better fast foods out there. But I can't imagine loving it that much where I would have an account. Like at the strip club, I'm a VIP member. I can't imagine I would think I need to open up an account at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I think it's perhaps whether they have an app or something similar. And obviously they enter details.
It's the app. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've also got the VIP membership to that strip club. Thanks for sharing the information.
Oh, I'm just looking at the chat real quick. There is Chick-fil-A in New York now. I don't know if it's in my part, but that's good news. Thank you so much for writing that.
Yeah. So Twitter. Obviously, if you've got a Twitter account, change your password, make it secure. And I know it's very difficult, and I'm probably guilty, as the majority of people. I just have one or two passwords which I use on the various platforms, whatever. So the advice is have a different password for each one, perhaps even one of these secure passwords that you can get from one of these password managers. But yeah, let's be careful with our information.
A while back, I changed all my passwords to CJ Scams. So
I don't blame you.
CJ Scam 1, CJ Scam 2, CJ Scam 3.
That's right.
And the next section of news, I just thought I'd update you on. I was looking at the Times of India newspaper and just seeing what was happening in the world of scammers, call centers, and things like that. And there's been a few bits and pieces going on. January 5th, there was a call center in Kolkata that was suspected of being a fake one. Surprise, surprise, which was shut down. 3 people were arrested, including the owners of the business. And it goes on to say that although they arrest people, the police are bailing out some of the younger people that they arrest, and also women, but they are concentrating on the older arrestees and also the owners, managers of the call centres. They're also going, but they're releasing some if they give them further information, but it doesn't follow up what the information is that they're given, but it's giving them an early release. So that was on January the 5th. January the 7th, Kolkata cops bust a gang. They arrest 16.
That's great.
Yeah. 5 laptops, 3 mobiles, 5 ATM cards were seized. I thought it was going to be a bit of a song Christmas time. We could have had a partridge in a pear tree. But they were basically impersonating themselves as employees of an e-commerce company. So it's happening. Not as much as perhaps we would like, and it's surprising to me anyway that the numbers that they're talking about, 16, 3, it seems to be the small, I was going to say small call centres that are being sort of raided at the moment. Many of us listening will have been on calls where you could just, the background noise is just incredible, and that's got to be more than sort of 16 people. So maybe the bigger ones are being given a bit of a rest at the moment.
Yeah.
So
it's annoying. Sometimes you call and you can't even hear.
Yep.
The only thing you hear in the back is the Gandu orgy, I call it. It's just so loud, and I'm like, how do people get scammed sometimes if it's that loud? But of course they do. But they don't. You very rarely see a story where they bust 100 scammers. Yep. You always see on Google Images, if you type in scammers arrested, you see 15, 20 tops usually, and they're there with the masks, and there's a big picture of them. But yeah, they need to really just go in there and raid the whole place.
Yep. And as we continuously say on here and our own channels, that they're not just targeting foreign countries. There's an article in here talking about cyber police arresting a call center in New Delhi where they were scamming their own countrymen. It was an employment sort of agency sort of scam. So they would scour the newspapers or other sources for people that were looking for work, and then phoning with those details, then phoning them up and offering them to be put on the agency books for sort of prestige jobs abroad, but again for an upfront fee. So there's no honour about who they scam. It's they go wherever the cash is.
Right. I know they do a lot of scams in India. Like, they do scam each other. They don't just scam us, which is sad. Like, it's always sad. Any scamming to anybody is sad. So,
but even there's, well, the victims, whether they're abroad or whether they're from our own country, they're desperate, they're vulnerable, and it just goes to show, if people think something is too good to be true, it obviously is.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You
Beware.
know what's interesting, Anushka Blue just said, because they work in rented places and hotels, and sometimes it's you call a number and you think you're calling a call center, but if you look carefully and you pay attention, the background noise is different. The second time you call, the third time you call, the numbers, there's one number and they're getting routed to some of these people that are either in their apartment, in a rented place. It's very tough to catch sometimes. So that's why it's important that they go after the bosses. And also, sometimes there's no crime. People could be in the call center, but they can say, I'm not doing anything. There needs to be a crime sometimes. Most of the time, I believe. So it's very tough.
And as Liz, my favourite triple word score person, says, they're equal opportunity scammers.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and I agree with what Chad is saying with B. Like, I used to get, it's not that I'm not so excited, but I used to get a lot more excited when I heard about them getting arrested, but it's not, the problem is still continuing, and it doesn't mean that they're getting convicted, so it's like hard to be excited about it anymore.
True, I totally agree with you, but the point that I'm trying to make by reading these things out, something is being done, but in all our opinions, is not enough, but it's something. But they seem to be, who they're scooping up, it's the people that are doing the calls rather than the bosses. But how do you get the evidence against the bosses? You've got to turn perhaps the call center agents.
Yeah.
It's the same type of thing that we do. I mean, hopefully it's a Band-Aid. If they round up 16 people, hopefully, and they do very short time, whether it's 10 days, 14, I don't know what the rule is anymore, but, they get out. Hopefully one of them does not go back to it and says, okay, this is shameful. It's a wake-up call. I'm sure a lot of them go right back to it the very next day that they're out. But hopefully one or two people change their life because they're arrested.
That's the thing we will never, ever know, how much prevention we've done. I mean, it's just like they say, if a cop's standing on your corner, how much crime is he preventing? We'll never know. But even if it's one, as you say, TAGOW, if it's one person that doesn't go back, that is an exponential. How many calls do they make? So,
right. You can't track it. I mean, it's something that cannot be tracked, but you have to know that when you watch a scam baiting video, or people that are calling scammers, whether they have a channel or not, we don't expect to stop it. But what we're doing right there is we're wasting somebody's time, and you don't know. That one person that you're wasting their time could have been responsible for somebody losing their life savings.
Yeah.
So you can only handle what's right in front of you. And if it means calling them nonstop because you're not working one day, or like me, I don't work and I'm on the phone with these idiots 6 to 8 hours a day, I know that maybe I'm talking to somebody who would have scammed somebody, and I feel good. And the people that want to leave comments and talk about, well, scam baiting doesn't do any good, you'll never stop it. It does do good, and I'm not trying to stop it. That's like saying there's always going to be crime. Let's get rid of the police department because they don't, do their job. You can only handle what's right in front of you. You can only make a small difference, and that's all we can do right now. And you got to take the wins when you get them.
Yep, absolutely right. And as I say, there's various comments in chat about how effective what we do by calling them as opposed to other activities. Perhaps our guests later on can address some of this.
Yeah. I mean, so, obviously it does do good. We just have to understand that the problem, though, is still continuing to grow. So that's what I've been trying to focus on, is how do we make the problem stop growing anyway?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big task you're asking for. So it's a great one. I would just encourage you not to get depressed over it because it is growing. We can only do so much. It's not going to stop until the government over there really cracks down on it. And here too. And that's my opinion. There just needs to be awareness until some top of the food chain gets scammed, like one of these high-end politicians in India or here, and then you'll see a lot more arrests and things like that. And they'll get into like the payoffs. They'll make it so people, it's very tough for a police officer to be corrupt. We have it here too. It needs to change at the top. We can only do so much.
Maybe we should scam them from here.
What's that?
Maybe we should scam some Indian politicians.
Yeah. If anyone can do it, you can do it with your big brain. So, let me know if you need help. I'm all over that.
Yeah.
And then,
it's education. It's education. That's what we do. Education through entertainment. Yeah. Chat is full of people that know what we do, but just if they just look after their neighbors, their relatives, just pass that information on. If someone calls, just pause, and then call back if necessary. So, we are doing good, but it's just our way of doing it. And I love doing it. I know you do, CJ. I know you do, Take. And sometimes, as I say, we just need to take a little bit of a break, step back from it, but carry on doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheer the mood up. Do you want some dad jokes?
Yeah.
Love your dad jokes. You know I do. Well, some of them. A few of them. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. Dad speaking to his son, "What's the lion and the witch doing in your wardrobe?" The son replied, "It's Narnia business."
I like that one. That's a good one.
Let me see. A snail goes to buy a car. The salesman is surprised when the snail picks out a fast, expensive sports car. He's even more surprised when the snail requires that a big S be painted on both sides. "Why would you want such a thing?" asked the salesman. The snail replied, "I want people to say, 'Look at that S car go.'"
Escargot. Very clever. Now, that joke could have almost been stopped at the first sentence, which was, "A snail goes to buy a car."
True.
I almost cracked up when you said that. When do you see that? When do you ever see that?
Right?
Well, you need to get out more.
I mean, I live in New York. You see everything. I've never seen that.
True. I mean, if it's gorillas riding scooters,
That you can see.
arrows.
Yep.
Yep. I lost my job at the bank on my first day. A woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
Yeah, I saw that one the other day. I was gonna tell you about that one. I love that one. You can get in trouble for that, though. You just can't go around pushing people over.
Yeah. A pair of cows were talking in the field, and one says, "Have you heard about the mad cow disease that's going around?" "Yeah," the other cow says. "Makes me glad I'm a penguin."
Hey, I heard one at work.
Go on.
A wife says to the husband, "Honey, I want a compliment. Give me a compliment. I feel really ugly today and fat." And then the husband says, "You have really good eyesight."
Oh, ching.
Tig, why aren't you laughing at my hilarious work joke? Probably the bad delivery.
But you just reminded me when you talked about the car. Yesterday was such a crazy day. So much happened to me. I was at the store, at the dollar store, 8 a.m. I'm in my car, and I probably was editing the day before's calls in my car for about a half an hour. This lady gets into her car and all of a sudden smashes my car with her door.
What?
Like, you know how people park too close? I mean, and of course, it's 8 a.m. and the parking lot has 8,000 spots. Why do you have to park right next to me?
Right.
So, and it's not only close to me, it's very close to me. Like, why would you do that? And she hit my door with her door. Mm-hmm. And I'm just staring at her. I'm like, did she not want to apologize? And I'm just so confused, and I'm staring at this woman. And she rolls down her window and she says, "I'm very scared," and she drives off. And I was like,
"Scared of what?"
Was she? Because I was giving her the death stare. I mean, it was just so weird. Like you hit somebody's car door, and okay, we all make mistakes. You apologize. "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry." I would feel like an idiot if I hit somebody's car. You have to be careful when you're getting out of car. But she just didn't care. And like it was just, I'm gonna see her again, and there's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm gonna cut her in line if I get to the store first or something. I'm gonna be waiting for her. I know where she shops.
Yeah. So, is there much damage, or is it?
No, there's no damage at all, and it was just a point of, it was a loud bang, and I had the volume up because I was editing calls through Bluetooth in my car, and all of a sudden my car shook. So I turned down the volume immediately to see if she was going to apologize because I couldn't hear. But I just kept staring at her, and she was going on about her day for a couple minutes in the car, and then she looks at me and she just rolls down her window and says, "I'm very scared," and she drives off.
I mean, it's a like this comment in from Liz. She's probably got your lighter as well.
That's her. And I mean, this woman was a little on the older side. So the crackhead who stole my lighter was about 16 to 20, maybe. So maybe it's her mom. I don't know. But yeah, I got to get out of New York. I can handle anything in New York, but when you hit my car and you don't apologize, it's time to move.
Right?
I thought you was going to say a thing over here. Well, I'm guessing it's anywhere where after a little sort of fender bender or whatever with an unattended vehicle, the driver gets out and writes a little note and sticks it under the screen wipers. And when the owner turns up, the note reads something to the effect of, "You think that this is going to be my name and address, but I'm just putting this down to make it look like I'm doing that for watching."
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So,
well, it's getting late. Let's take our take break and have our guests on. But those were hilarious jokes.
Awesome. We'll be back with SDS.
Yeah.
Yep. Take break. Take break.
Hello?
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 Yeah, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just calling you guys. Is this Geek Squad?
Yes?
Okay, I just want to say thank you. We were watching you guys. We're watching your call center today, and somebody in your call center actually told a victim, hang up the phone, you're being scammed. Geek Squad will never do an online refund form. So I just want to thank you guys. You guys are the good scammers. Or at least that guy was, right? Bohat Donyavad. Go ahead, please.
Thank you for calling a Geek Squad. This is Chris Martin. How may I help you?
Lund Queen, you guys keep hanging up on me. Why do you even bother? 1,000 phone numbers with your name on it, Gandu. It's me and you all day, bitch. He doesn't believe me.
Thank you for calling PayPal. This side, David. How can I help you?
You said PayPal?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Let's talk about that for a minute, Gandu. Do you ever feel stupid saying that you work at PayPal?
Thank you for calling PayPal support. How may I help you today?
You sound so ridiculous saying that, Gandu. Can you say that again?
Oh, can I take your wife's pussy? Can I fuck her?
You better get in line. Every scammer wants to do that. That's the only insult you guys know.
I will put my dick between your mama's legs.
I haven't heard that one before. That's original. Tumhara asinam kya hai? Have we spoken before?
क्या हो गया?
Kya kaha?
क्या हो गया? बोल बोल. आगे बोल.
Nothing happened. I'm asking you, Tumhara asinam kya hai?
तेरा पापा.
Another scammer answer. Man, you have the scammer lingo down, Gandu. Damn, Bebaku.
Fuck you, you piece of shit. You asshole.
Why are you so angry?
You're an asshole.
Why are you so angry?
You're a bastard.
Why am I a bastard? You're scamming people. That wasn't nice.
The calling, how may I help?
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, who is this?
Did you record it now?
And what?
Did you hit the record button?
Hit the record button for what? What are you talking about?
No. Who is this? How may I help you?
Yeah, but I'm asking who are you? We broke up in the beginning. I want to make sure I'm calling the right place.
Who are you looking for?
You. Tumhara asinam kya hai? I've been looking for you.
Thank you for contacting PayPal. You're speaking with Neil. How can I help you today?
Neil, you dumb fuck. What are you doing, Neil? That's the end of that conversation.
Thanks for calling. How may I help you?
Oh, you dumb fuck. Don't thank me yet. Let's talk, bitch. What are you doing?
I'm just talking with your wife. I'm just talking with your wife.
Yeah, I know that, though. I knew you would say that. How did I know?
Come on, I told you. Don't you understand that? I'm just talking with your wife.
PayPal. Speaking with Neil. How can I help you today?
Come on, Neil. You sound ridiculous. You have to know this, right?
Thank you for calling reservations. You're speaking with Christian. How can I help you?
Oh, hey, Christian. I am so sorry. I think I dialed the wrong number. I'll call you back later. Firmilinge?
Are you looking for something regarding your flight reservations, ma'am? Sir?
Oh, no. Remember I said I had the wrong number? So that means I don't need a flight. Do you have U-Haul trucks? Do you have flowers? Do you have fruit baskets? Do you have giraffes? I'm having a party. Can you help me?
Then you're dialing a wrong number, sir.
That's what I said. I said that before. Come on, time is rupee. We shouldn't be on the phone this long.
Reservation, this is Sanders. How can I help you?
Oh, hey, buddy. I think I dialed the wrong number. I'm so sorry.
Thank you for calling Chief Flight Fair. This is Isaac. How may I help you?
Isaac, I'm so sorry. I dialed the wrong number again. I'll call you back later. Firmilinge?
Thank you for calling Chief Flight Fair. This is Isaac. How may I help you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I have the wrong number. Hello?
Yes, sir. Are you looking for a flight reservation?
Well, I have the wrong number, so that means no. I'm sorry. I'll call you back later. Firmilinge?
Thank you for calling Chief Flight Spheres. This is Keaton. How may I help you?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Michael. I think I have the wrong number. I'm sorry. I'll call you back later. Firmilinge?
No problem.
All right. Sorry. Maaf kijiye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too. Bye. You hang up first. I don't want to be rude. Hang up the phone, Michael. Or Ethan. Clive, whatever your name. Thank you.
Reservation, this is Fidel. How can I help you?
Fidel, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I have the wrong number. Fidel, whatever your name. I'm sorry. I'll call you back, okay? Firmilinge?
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for calling reservations. Speaking to Emma. How can I help you?
Oh my goodness, Emma, your voice is so hot. I'm getting a sunburn just listening to you. Are we going out later tonight? I smell good. Emma? All right, I'll call you back.
Are you going to keep calling us again and again?
Until you say yes.
Thank you for calling reservations. Speaking to Emma. How can I help you?
Emma, are you ready to say yes yet? I love you, Emma.
Oh.
I gotta know.
Thank you for calling reservations. Speaking to Emma. How can I help you?
Emma, oh my goodness, I've been waiting to talk with you. Do you miss me? Are we going out later tonight? Oh my goodness, your voice is so sweet. I'm getting a toothache just listening to you.
Oh.
Go ahead, please. Are you waiting for me? Emma? Oh, you're playing hard to get. Okay, I'll call you right back. Bye. Miss you already. Hello, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, now I can hear you. Hi, beautiful. What time did you want me to pick you up? We got disconnected before. Go ahead, please. She still wants me.
You're talking to China. How can I help you today?
Hey, China, were we going out tonight after your shift? I forgot if we made arrangements for tonight or tomorrow. I smell good today, though. New bottle of perfume. What's that?
Sir, can I have your booking number?
Yeah, I don't have the booking number. I thought we were talking earlier and we were going to forget about all that booking nonsense and we were just going to go out. Nice date. You don't want to hold hands underneath the deli stars? She still wants me.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, how can I help you?
Oh, hi, ma'am. I'm not into watching sunsets, but I would love to see you go down. We got disconnected before. How are you? Do you want to make out? I smell good today. I have nice perfume on. Don't you say goodbye? She wants me.
Hello?
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 I told you before, I called before, you're sending me these nasty pictures of yourself. You're a pervert, ma'am. A pervert. You have to move on with your life. I'm not available.
Hey, Dako.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Talk. He's so mad. Rundy?
Hello?
Hello. Me again.
Hey, Dako, তুমি বলছো তোমার কাছে নেই তো আসছে।
You're so mad, Rundy.
বাজে বাজে কথাই বলছি।
Why are you so mad? Rundy? You don't know. Oh my heavens, this is fun, right?
Hello?
Are you having fun, Rundy? Do you miss me?
Shut up, you bullshit. Hello, may I speak to David?
Yes.
Buddy?
Yeah, what the hell do you want?
David, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't like you. Why are you calling me? I told you to stop calling me. I'm blocking this number.
Hello?
What do you
Rima.
What do you want? What do you want, Rundy?
What do you want? What do you want, Rundy?
I think they're recording me.
I think they're recording me. Hello?
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 Hello? Hello, sir. Am I speaking to you?
It's me again. You have to stop this nonsense. I'm in a good mood, so I'm not going to press charges. Please stop harassing me.
Hello?
You don't give up, do you? Why do you keep bothering me? Give up. I'm not available.
Thank you for calling support. How may I help you?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Yes, may I know your name, please?
No, you can't. I'm not a victim.
No.
Yeah, there's no victim here, buddy. Ajnahi, loser. Try again. Try again. There's no victim here. What are you sorry about? Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
Are you facing any computer?
I'm facing problems with a fucking loser that's on my phone right now. That's about it. I can't even hear you. You got some kind of Gandu orgy going on in the background. I'll call you back, Gandu. Firmilinge. Hang up the phone, Truthia.
Okay, sir. If you are facing any issue with the computer, so let me know. I will help you on that.
You can't do anything except for take people's money. You're a loser. Get a job.
I don't know what you are talking about.
Well, you can say whatever you want, but I'm going to keep calling you, okay? So you won't make any money today. Firmilinge. Why don't you hang up the phone, Gandu?
Okay.
Okay. Get a job.
Thank you for calling Social Security Administration. How may I help?
Arey yaar. It's me again, fucker. You didn't get a job yet?
Hello.
Aap kaise hai? Arey yaar.
Thank you for
calling Social Security Administration. How may I help you today?
अरे यार मदद छोड़ और अकबर मेरा नाम राज पटेल है आप कैसे हैं
Pirogi?
Who?
Jim Brownie?
Oh, you know those guys? Yeah, you know those guys?
Yes, yes.
You love them?
They are my inspiration.
They're your inspiration, yet you're sitting there pretending to be an SSA employee. Can you explain that? How does that make sense?
You don't know the reason behind that. Like, what's my problem? What's my family problem?
Well, everyone's got problems. It doesn't matter, though. You could have the worst family problem ever. It doesn't make sense that you would scam people and hurt other people. How is that fair? Don't you say goodbye?
Thank you for calling Social Security Administration. How may I help?
Are yaar. Is Carl Rock there today?
Thank you for calling Social Security Administration. This is Daniel. How can I help you today?
Hi, Daniel. I was talking to somebody before, and he called me Carl Rock. I'm very confused. Do you know who that is?
I don't know, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me neither. Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
Sorry?
Oh, are you sorry for pretending to be an SSA employee? Why are you sorry? Tell me why you're sorry.
Why would I pretend to be SSA employee, sir?
I don't know what goes through your mind, Gandu.
What saying, sir.
I don't know what goes through your mind. You're sitting there doing it. You tell me.
Thank you for calling Social Security Administration. How may I help?
Are yaar. We got disconnected before. You were starting to tell me some things. Go ahead, please. Talk to me.
The number you have trying, it's currently switched off. Please try again later.
Oh, Gandu. You're funny, little fuck. You want to talk to me or not? I guess not.
Don't you say goodbye?
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, then I'll call this number again, okay?
All right, and we are back with Nope and Mark. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Hello.
Really appreciate that. And thank you, Miracles, for the super chat. Nope, why don't you just start off telling us a little bit about Team SDS or how you got into scam baiting, etc. Give us an intro.
It's slightly a long story, but I can give you the brass tacks of it.
Okay.
So I ended up almost dying one time, and ended up in the hospital, and I had this like life realization that I got really tired of bullies. I got really tired of people getting taken advantage of other people. I got tired of people taking money from other people that didn't belong to them. I just got tired of people being negative, bad people. So I got my notebook out and I wrote out my whole idea for. It wasn't a scam baiting thing at first, but it turned into a scam baiting thing. For Team SDS, and one day I needed some help with an FTP server, and I was in Scammer Info, and I ran into Mark, asked him to help me with my FTP server, and told him about my idea, and he thought it was a great idea, and here we are. That's the brass tacks of it. It's a longer story, but that's the brass tacks of it.
No, that's a good story, man. Yeah. You know, you see something you don't like, and you get involved to make a difference. That's the short version of it. So, nice job.
And I really wanted a safe space for scam baiters as well, because this community is full of a whole bunch of garbage people. I'm sorry, it just is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of garbage people, a lot of trolls. Trolling's fine, you know. Troll your friends, whatever, but don't troll other people. Don't make people feel like sad about themselves. Like, come on, what's all that? So I wanted to make a server that people can come in, feel safe. They can fuck around with their friends. We can fuck around with scammers. We can get information on scammers and give it to the proper people and stuff.
Speaking of which, I want to do a quick shout out to KDA Scambaits because she did a killer job yesterday. She got us 2 addresses and a bank account.
Oh, nice job, Kelly.
Yeah, well done.
Right.
Yeah. I just wanted a safe spot for all scambaiters, and Mark liked my idea, and he's a great developer, especially a front end developer, and he is easily my best friend.
Aw,
thank you very much.
And you met Mark. I mean, you wouldn't know or have this best friend if it wasn't for scam baiting, right?
Right. Well, I would have never been in Scammer Info if it wasn't for scam baiting, and I would have never met Mark if it wasn't for scam baiting.
Right.
So,
yeah, Scammer Info is definitely the staple of where a lot of us get our numbers.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't plan for Team SDS to be a scam baiting thing at first. I just wanted it to be a safe spot because I got tired of people getting taken advantage of on the internet. But then, I discovered, scam baiting through, some of the bigger YouTube guys, and I was like, all right, screw all this. I don't want to watch any more content. I'm going to try this myself. And I created a server. I asked Mark first, and he was like, yeah, you know what? Mark was really excited about bringing back the glory days of TLS Scammer Info because back in the days, TLS used to have a popping community. Popping. But now it's not so much. But our forums, our Scammer Info forums, are always popping. And that's where, a lot of scam baiters get their numbers from. We try to verify everything that we can, and so Team SDS is now the community, and Scammer Info is now the forums.
Awesome. Yeah, I probably stumbled upon the website a year and a half ago, and I found it to be a lot more people now that are posting numbers. Maybe I'm mistaken, but there's a lot of names I don't recognize. Yeah, there are some trolls, like you were saying, but for the most part, I've been very pleased with. I get a text from Amazon, the fake text that we all get that says you're being charged this, and I have that number now, and I can put money that somebody else got that text, and to have them go to that website and be able to post it there so everyone can keep messing with these individuals, I think it's just a wonderful thing. So you guys just do great work.
Well, hey, you need to thank Mark for that because he's more in the. You need to thank Mark, Thunder, and Lecter for that because they're more of the history of Scammer Info than I am. I just recently got promoted to manager.
Yeah, Mark, tell us.
Well, congratulations.
Tell us kind of how Scammer.info got started.
Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, Thunder, I have to ask that. He's been running the website since day one. I joined. I think Scammer Info started in 2016. I think 2016 or 2017.
Wow.
And it was ran by 3 managers at the time. That was Thunder, Lecter, and another manager called Avi. But Avi departed, and it had a few other moderators as well. It was Norm, Sven. I'm gonna have to look back at the history. It got loads of different moderators back in the day. You got Norm Harrison. Yeah, Firefox is one. Terminator's one. There's a huge list of moderators back in the day. I was promoted to moderator in 2018, 2019, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure about
that. Okay, awesome. Well, I
couldn't imagine doing what I do, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of other people that call these scumbags, what life would be like without scammer.info. Everybody knows Bob, and then Bob left, and I think maybe that's why some more people now show up on scammer.info. But I hope scammer.info only continues to grow, and it gets a lot stronger, and it doesn't go anywhere because I know I rely on it.
Well, with the community's support, and that's what I was saying. With the community support, Scammer Info can grow too. But we need a community, people that want to scam bait, people that want to hang out with each other, people that want to be friends with each other. That's what we need.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
yeah.
And you know, you always see these little like little trivial drama things about this is useless. Why do you do this? This is the only way to do it. And I do see that a little bit on there, but for the most part, I do see a lot of great people sharing ideas and locations and, you know, their experiences with the number, how the scams work. I think it's a great tool.
Thank you. We appreciate every scam baiter that comes on there. We try to verify every number to make sure everything's legit.
Yep.
We appreciate everybody posting numbers.
And that's the other thing too that I think you guys do a bang up job on is when somebody posts a number and then somebody else calls it and they're like, I think that's a spoof number that you post. We're messing with an innocent person. You guys are very quick to either take it down or at least leave a comment that please stop calling this guy. He's a gentleman and this number shouldn't have been posted. I saw that number. I loved it.
If it's a spoof number or something that shouldn't be there, that's getting taken down immediately every time.
Right. And a lot of people that get involved in this don't know, and they just go there and post it without doing research. Yeah, it's annoying, but they don't mean any harm. But then we start messing with an innocent person, so it's great that the number gets taken down immediately.
Another thing, just to bring back what you said, Scambaiters isn't going anywhere. So every month we're roughly getting just over 1 million users a month.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So that's great. That means there's a lot more awareness now.
Well, when it comes to finding scammer numbers on the internet, regardless if you're on Discord or you're on YouTube or whatever, if you're a scam baiter of any kind, you'll end up at scammer info at some point.
Yep, I would agree.
And accounts keep getting created every single day as well. More and more people are signing up every single day, which is a good thing.
That's great. That's great. So what kind? I know you were working on some stuff with Sinister Spatula. What kind of? Do you guys have any projects you'd like to share? That's going on
Got a couple of projects I'd like to talk about, if that's all right with you.
Please.
Absolutely.
Well, since you mentioned it first, I'll start with that. SDS absorbed Sinister Spatula's project of Responder. Now that is your fake banks, your credit card generators, your gift card generators, your fake Amazon, Target stores, etc., etc., etc. What we're going to be doing is trying to, with the help of Mark and other developers, what we're going to be doing is try to make it look a little cleaner. Try to make it look the UI look a little nicer for everybody to deal with. Try to get the responsiveness up. That's something I'm personally concerned with.
Well,
and go ahead, Mark.
No, it was me, Chester.
Oh.
I'm saying it's that piece of work that's been a game changer. So it can only get better. So that's what we're hoping for.
You want to thank Spatula for that, because he's been doing that. He didn't do that as like a job. He's been doing it as a hobby.
Yeah, he did that. He did that for like 2 years. A hobby. He did that. He worked on Responder alone for like 2 years. So the code itself is all Sinister Spatula. He's like one of the nicest guys in the world, and he is brilliant. He's just brilliant.
Yeah.
And he just got a new job, and he's got other projects that he wants to work on. And he asked me if I wouldn't mind absorbing it and making sure that the project gets better and still is maintained and still is available for people to use.
Yeah,
because it's a good project. You don't want something like that to not be active anymore. But it's a great project. But he's got other stuff to do.
Yeah, and as I said, it's a game changer.
Some of the other projects we were working on is I don't know if you guys remember Pop-Up DB. Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
No.
I don't think I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, can you tell us what it is?
Okay, so Pop-Up DB used to be back in the day, used to be where you could get generated pop-ups per se. It'll just like generate 20 different tabs on your Google Chrome or whatever browser you're using, and
You're thinking of the wrong. You're thinking of the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
So, Pop-Up DB is a platform that indexes scam pop-ups.
Yeah.
Found either by the community or the service itself. People could report the pop-up using a Discord bot that was provided, or I believe they could use an API for it, or you can report on the website itself. So on the website, it can tell you details about the pop-up size, when it's reported, who reported it, if it's flagged by Google, who is information, and if it's linked to any other scam pop-ups. So it give you a detailed list about the pop-up.
And the generator I was talking about is just something that generates you pop-ups that people have already reported. I'm sorry about that, Mark.
That's okay.
Again, another really great resource. It's something that I used to go to a lot because it was more visual, being able to talk through a scammer. It's more believable to them, and we could get more information when you put it on your virtual machine.
Yeah. So again, what I was getting at is Mark has been working on a second version of that. He'll be calling it something different, but it is essentially Pop-Up DB version 2. It is not going to be called that. It'll be called something else, but it's essentially that. And we're going to try to make that project alive and well again for the community to use, not just Team SDS. Team SDS works on projects for everybody. That's what we do. So, he's working on that, and he's been working on that tirelessly. Honestly, I've been watching you, Mark. I notice when you're in your Visual Studio Code, man. I know what you're working on. You're always working on something. Another project we were working on, but we had to ditch recently because we can't trust the community, is Bait ISO. I don't know what I really want to do with that yet. I feel like it needs to be released in some aspect, but we can't trust the community. What it was going to be was a place where people can upload and download their own bait VMs that the community has made already. If we have somebody's bait VM that you really, really like and you want to download and use theirs, you can do it on Bait ISO. And that was Mark's part. My part was going to be, I was going to create a Proxmox KVM server so people could log into my Proxmox server, and during a call they could just log into a VM with a web browser or a VNC access of some sort.
Yeah.
But we can't trust the community not to just put rats on there.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And it'd be so time consuming to go through all the individual lines of code just to sit.
Even then, some of these more sophisticated ones you wouldn't even know were there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've learned the hard way that you can't trust this community. I'm sorry to say that. I know it sounds negative, but I've learned that the hard way. So
you can trust a lot of this community, and I've gotten, believe me, I've been through my fair share of trolls and people posting pictures of me on the internet, stealing my website at one point. I've been through it all. I've been through a lot of it, but the people in Team SDS, all of them are gold. They're gold. I love them all. I wouldn't. I mean, honestly, they're all dirtbags and shitheads, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I love them all.
Well, still, remember that we're all online. A lot of us don't know each other. People still need to be careful. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? People still need to be careful, kind of watch your back, watch how much information you're sharing. And it's not a team SDS or not, it's just general advice, because we get too comfortable online, and then all of a sudden people turn on us or they disagree with us. And then they turn on us, and you do have to have some level of carefulness in sharing your personal information or anything like that, because we're still online strangers in a sense. So just make sure you be careful,
I absolutely 100% agree with you. But too much paranoia can also lead to a quick road to sadness.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I agree, but just be reasonable. I'm not saying, I'm not saying be totally disconnected, but also remember that that this is online. Things can go sour quickly, and anything that you put online can quickly be brought up again. People record conversations. People will turn on you. So the people that you don't think could. So you just, and I'm not, again,
you're right.
trying
You're
to be
right.
negative,
You're right.
but you just have to have some level of carefulness. That's all. Just watch your back, but be reasonable. Like you said, you don't want to be an overly paranoid either. So.
No. I agree with you, though. I agree with you. This internet and this community is full of a whole bunch of garbage people. It just is. You gotta pick through the garbage and find the gold.
Right.
Just put your head down and do what you got to do. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be haters and drama, but don't let them get to you. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you're doing a good thing, everything will work out.
If I can talk about a couple other projects before we run out of time or anything, I don't know how much time we have.
Yeah, we got about a half hour left, but I also wanted to ask you, I think, 2 more questions about the scammer info. But go ahead with your projects first.
Oh, well, I'll make them quick. So, a couple of the other projects we have 2 PBX servers, one that's very active. We try to absorb some of the, and now this is impossible, but we try to absorb some of the Bob RTC fallout.
Good.
So people could have somewhere to call. Now this is impossible because they had a crazy big user base. But we wanted some, the good people that we knew of in the community that were using that to be able to call people still, because text now sucks. It's just hard to.
I think everybody would agree with you on that one.
It's hard to deal with as a primary source anyway.
Yep.
And we also have a couple of side projects which are not really involved with scam baiting, but we have a media server that we watch movies with each other every night so we can relax after a hard day of scam baiting. So our mental status can be back for tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's a great idea. So you guys have like a movie night.
Yeah, we have movie nights, so we can just chill with each other, laugh with each other, do whatever. And we have a watch party server called Neko. It's an open source thing on GitHub, but doesn't really matter.
Cool. Sounds like you're doing some great stuff.
So I just wanted to get you guys' opinion. I want to start asking this of all scambaiters. There's so many different scams out there. Somebody was just asking me the other day, what do you think the most dangerous scam is? Obviously, we know PCH and romance scams. I mean, if you get the right person on the right day, it can lead to, $500,000 or whatever. But if you take like the tech support scams and the Geek Squad, Amazon, Norton, my opinion is that the tech support scams are so dangerous because they put somebody on the phone with you from the bank fake bank, obviously, and they have your details because the opener took a screenshot of your bank, and they're on your computer, and you could easily lose investments, your life savings, your 401k. Not to say that you let an Amazon idiot on your computer or a Geek Squad person, they can still go through your banking stuff. I just feel like the tech support scams are so dangerous, and I don't think they get enough attention. What do you think the most dangerous scam is? Or are they all bad?
I agree with the tech support scam, but I think the romance scams are the worst, to be honest, because playing on somebody's emotions, I mean, they'll keep going with it. Like I ran into a lady in British Columbia, Canada, and she got scammed out of $750,000 plus a whole bunch of Apple products, and she ended up mortgaging her house and shit.
Oh
yeah, I mean those are tough because they're dealing with people's emotions.
Yeah, like these are a whole bunch of old ladies that like they all they wanted to do is be talked to. So it's rough when you're fucking with somebody's emotions. I'm not okay with that.
Right. No, I would agree. PCH and romance scams can do that to somebody.
If you have to steal a loaf of bread to feed your family, I'm okay with that. If you have to abuse somebody mentally to steal that loaf of bread, I'm not okay with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, and I mean, just to go back to the pop-up scams, I'm glad that there's so many tech support scams that are listed on Scammer Info, and the numbers go down very quickly. And of course, they get a new number, but we just keep fucking with these idiots.
Absolutely.
And I think we all do a great job messing with the tech support scammers. I mean, I always love watching the behind bars videos because there's always a new pop-up Microsoft idiot that she's messing with. And I know she doesn't want me to shout her out, so I won't talk about her too much more. But then my other question for Scammer.info is, because you're so popular now, and I know that there's been a little bit of problems in the past with scammers finding the website. I mean, do more find the website now that we don't see that you take off?
Absolutely.
Because you realize that they're a scammer?
I'll let Mark handle this, but absolutely.
So, a bit funny, actually. Yes, we see loads of scammers on the site like all the time, but we just simply don't ban them. The reason why we don't ban them because they just simply rat out the competitors.
Right.
Why ban them when they're actually just giving us information?
Right. Awesome. That's what I thought.
We marked them as scammer accounts, so we're aware of it. But like, yeah, they're just ratting each other out. So whatever, I guess. As long as we do our due diligence and verify the numbers, nothing should go wrong, right?
Yeah, for the first I don't know 6 to 9 months that we had our show here, I would be afraid to mention the website, thinking that scammers listen to our show and they're gonna know about scammer.info. But then you guys just like hit it right on the head right there by saying let them find it because they're just riding out their competitors. So I've been in the last couple months mentioning scammer.info, but for the longest time I was trying to keep it on the down low, but then I realized I didn't really need to.
Yeah, and I want to thank some people too that go around and also take time to share numbers like Number Lord and Ojaz.
Lumberlord's a legend.
Yeah, we really appreciate
Ojaz.
that.
So's Ojaz.
Yeah, we really appreciate them. So thank you guys for spreading that around. It's really helpful.
Quick shout out to Amflix for doing our YouTube channel too, by the way.
And Jayhawk as well. I love seeing Jayhawk on scammer.info.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
So sorry, so I thought you said you had 2 questions.
No, the pop-up, it was more of a statement, I guess. I just want people to be aware of those pop-ups because we talked about romance scams and PCH being dangerous. As far as like letting people hook up to your computer, I kind of lumped the tech support scams in with the Geek Squad and Amazon. And yeah, it sucks that people lose any amount of money. I mean, if you lose $1 to these idiots, it makes me very upset. But I think if somebody gets scammed from Amazon or Geek Squad or PayPal, yeah, they can wipe you out. But I think it's more common that the average scam is probably 1,000, 1,500 to those idiots, where a tech support scam, I think, really results in investments gone and life savings. Hard to come back from that. That's my only statement on that, I think. And I could be wrong. I mean, I think that there's PayPal victims that lost a fortune, and there's Amazon scammers that have gotten extremely wealthy from, or they made their boss extremely wealthy, I should say, from hooking up to somebody's AnyDesk or whatever. But I really think that the tech support scams, I don't think they go small time, any of them. I think that they're there to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And obviously maybe only one person falls for it in a day, but I think the one person makes up for all of the idiots that don't make any money in a day.
Right. For sure.
I mean, they're chances. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do one more shout out really quick? If you don't
Absolutely.
mind?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to do a quick shout out to R1 for doing our secondary PBX. He's been doing a killer job on that, and he just kind of sits in the background and doesn't let anybody recognize him. So I figured I'd give him some recognition.
Absolutely. And I think Britney Spears just entered our chat, so it was perfect time to shout him out. She's mine, though, R1. Stay away.
A fun guy in chat has just mentioned, but on one of his calls, he sent $75,000 on
This fun guy and I crossed paths a couple weeks ago for one of those scammers, and I didn't know the amount. That might be what he's talking about. Although he's notorious for these large, scams. And same thing with CJ, where they want you to wrap up money, put it in a book, and mail it to them. But I wonder if that's the one that he's talking about. Because the scammer hung up on him, and I just happened to be messing with scammers, and then you're watching his Twitch stream, and he's like, he's on the phone with TAGOW right now. So we kind of went back and forth on that one. That was a big one.
If anybody wants to join a safe community, please hit us up at teamsds.net or hit us up on Discord. We'll get you an invite. We'll get you in there.
Awesome.
And last shout out, I swear, but really quick shout out to Rex for Rexstream for rebuilding our server. It looks so nice now, and it's really smooth and clean. So thanks for that.
Awesome, Rex. Thank you. Yeah, perfect timing. Mike Tyson just entered our chat, so he heard your shout out.
Oh yeah.
I've just put it in chat. It's teamsds.net.
Correct.
Nick. So yeah, thank you so much for what you guys do. I mean, community's growing, more awareness. Right now, that's our only really real band-aid until the people above all of us really do their job. But I mean, we're all doing a lot of work to save innocent people. So we all do in our own way. Please keep scammer info going, keep SDS going. And we'll get these bastards one way or another.
And thank you, CJ Scams, for having us on here, and thank you for everything that you do. You know, you do a lot for the community too.
Thank you, appreciate that.
We honestly, we can't do this alone. I can't do this without you guys. You can't do this without us. You know, we got to work together. We have to work together. As long as Team SDS and Scammer Info and CJ Scams and any other scam baiting server starts to work together on at least some degree, like we don't have to like each other. That's not the point.
Yeah,
the point is that we're fighting the same enemy. So instead of fighting each other because we don't like something about each other, let's just fuck all that and let's work for a common goal, right?
Yeah, and you're helping, providing the tools to do that, to continue that. So it's all part of the educating process to the scambaiters, who in turn are doing their job on their individual YouTube channels or whatever means. And as B Behind the Bars says, there's a whole raft of people working in the back stream, so behind the stage. So it's a big up to everyone.
Yeah, it's up to every single one of us to create a good community. We can't not one of us or even two of us can create a good community alone. We need to do it together.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Anything else, Mark? How about you, Mark? Anything anything else you want to tell us about scam baiting or anything? Like, I know that I still have a lot to learn from the technical side, especially my VM because it gets caught sometimes. Is there anything else that you want to tell us? Like, is there any big thing that you see scam baiters doing that's kind of like a big error that we could work on or anything like that from a technical side?
To be honest, no.
Can I jump in on that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's housekeeping. As we mentioned KDA earlier on, she was on a call, and the first thing the scammer did was go to the recycle bin and then downloads. Yeah. So they saw that some remote software had been downloaded and immediately questioned that. So it could be a legitimate reason, but it's just having the right answer or being able to have the right answer, or just delete those files before you start the next scam call.
True.
They don't do the tech. Mark, no, I don't. Not seen it for a long while. They haven't done the more technical side of things to check to see if it's a VM or not. Whether or not that is because the new people that are coming in, the openers or whatever, are just not trained to do that. They're not computer literate. But I haven't seen them actually doing a check to see.
Yeah, I have a lot actually.
Recently? Oh, that's surprising. Yeah. They check DXDAG and they try to see if the VMware or VBox is on there or something. CJ, if you need help with your VM, head into TMSDS. There's plenty of people in here that can help you.
Okay.
Maybe sometime in the future, I'll make another project that will make a program that will completely spoof it.
No more projects for you. You keep on what you're supposed to keep on.
Mark, question for you before we go.
Yep.
Take his a superb accent. He thinks I'm Australian, so I'm not sure what he's going to make of yours.
Yeah, no, don't put me on the spot like that. German?
No.
When the Queen died, Mark called me and started crying. I remember.
New York accent.
That's cute.
What?
Oh, you mean that Queen, not the Queens on the street here. Okay.
My Queen is dead. My Queen is dead. I'm so sad. Yeah.
So you guys are neighbors then?
Yeah, Mark, don't listen to him. And don't listen to the traitors. Yeah. The mother country rules.
I mean, surprisingly, me, Thunder, the owner of Scam Info, are both in the UK.
Ah, cool. Well, I actually met Neep in person in India, so I got to hang out with Neep. That was cool.
Good shit.
And he's been on the show before. Yeah, I do know him in real life, I guess you would say. We only hung out for one day, but still, it's cool. And so that's about. So now I just need to meet you guys in person, I guess.
I would be excited to work with you in the future, CJ. I would be excited to meet you. I'd be excited to help you out in any way I can. Hopefully, you can help us out in some way too.
Yeah,
like I said, work together, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
Just let me know. Don't be shy. Let me know.
Thank you.
Hey, Mark, if you're around on the 20th, we're having a get-together, some of us in Manchester.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to see if I'm free Monday.
Behind the bars will be there. Fungi is talking about turning up in his mankini. So, yeah.
That's enough if you want to go.
Manchester United, right? Am I right?
Well, Manchester, the town. It depends on who you support for football or not.
Yeah.
That's worse than politics.
Yeah, Manchester's far. Can you guys switch it to like Southampton? Maybe I can make it.
Yeah.
New York.
I'm actually hoping to meet up with Sinister soon. We live pretty close together, so I'm pretty excited for that because, like I said before earlier in this broadcast, he's one of the nicest guys in the world, and he deserves to be loved. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and if you're talking to a fun guy, blue's his favorite color.
Okay. And thank you, Sinister, for choosing us for this to keep our project.
Yeah, Sinister Spatula is a great guy too, real helpful. So appreciate him because I had no tech background, zero. So he really helped me a lot. So
yeah, head into SDS, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but CJ still pushes the red button when we tell her not to.
Well, sometimes that's the only way to get you to be quiet sometimes. They forget.
You guys, we want to show to my channel one day, Chester. We'll give you full reign, but for right now, you need to be censored here and there.
Yes. Especially around July 4th, I get very upset.
Yeah.
Of course. Who doesn't go crazy on July 4th? You got all these idiots with these loud fireworks in the neighborhood.
Right.
Hate that stuff. I think there's gunshots everywhere.
Yeah, my poor dog hates it.
Yeah, and I can imagine. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. This was come back anytime. Hopefully, I mean, you guys got a lot to say. You offer a lot to the community. I wish we had 2 hours to spend with you. I really feel like we need to have you guys back and you know, ask a lot more questions and talk about scams.
We would love to be back. I would love to be back on your show. This is a great thing that you guys are doing because no, this is not scam baiting, but we're talking about scam baiting. This is important. This is important because we're talking about community here, and that's what's important.
Yep, and our goal is, I think CJ and I share the same goal in that, you know, we want to entertain, but we also want more people to check us out that don't know about scams. I think everybody here knows about scams, which is great, but I really want to get to an audience that doesn't know about scams until they meet us, any one of us here. It's just important that we keep spreading awareness. Every day somebody loses their life savings to these idiots. So,
would it be all right? Would it be all right if I posted the Team SDS YouTube channel in the chat?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry if we didn't do that before.
No, it's been pinned the whole time.
I don't have a problem with that, of course.
It's already been up there pinned the whole time. So
Oh, has it? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, that's okay. So y'all go and follow the Team SDS YouTube channel. And do you guys have like a set? I'm saying this, but I've been extremely bad lately about being consistent with my posting. But do you have any kind of posting schedule for your videos on the YouTube channel?
Scamflix tries to get one up at least every week.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, he tries to get at least one up a week. Our next video is going to be that amazing call that I mentioned earlier with KDA, where she got the two addresses and stuff. So that's going to be our next one. She's a great team member. All of them are great team members, and I can't shout all of them out, otherwise I'm going to piss you guys off. But I love all my team.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I'm in the Discord. I'm in your Discord server, CJ Scams.
Yay! Thank you so much.
If anyone wants to talk to me, just hit me up.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's another thing that I need to spend more time on. Sometimes I just feel like I'm drowning to keep up with everything, but thank you so much. We do try to. Number Lord is super awesome about sharing numbers, and then there might be a couple numbers floating around in there from people that just post them in there. So it's a good time. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah, really.
I don't keep up with it like I should, as among many things. Considering I haven't posted a video in like a month or two, I'm really I'm like kind of drowning. So.
Well, if you need help with anything technically, slide into SDS voice chat or whatever, and we'll get you. Either I can help you, or Mark can help you, or we can get you to the right person for the right project.
Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, because I work full time now outside of this. I do school, and so it's just hard to sometimes keep up with everything and try to learn something like, oh, I need to do this to my VM, and then try to find time to learn how to do it can be hard, you know? So
I understand.
I really appreciate that.
No problem.
And then who knows, maybe one day they'll get you hooked up with a VM or maybe something on. We need a VM for the phones so that we could do more stuff on phones, like more AnyDesk on our phones.
Well, I have an Android phone that I use specifically for scam baiting because my Android emulator it doesn't work quite right, and they usually figure it out.
Well, that's what you should do, You should have a phone that's just for scammers, and you can let them connect to your AnyDesk.
Yeah, just buy a bullshit phone. If you have like an extra $100 or something like that, buy a bullshit Android phone, like an A something Galaxy or whatever, some BS stuff, and assign it a phone number. You know, you can probably do all of that for $100. Assign it a phone number, and there you go. That's what I use for scam. When they force you to use the phone in the scam, I'll use that and AnyDesk.
And I have like 5 bullshit phones that I use, so I can put it on any one of them if I wanted to.
Yeah, as long as it has a recent version of Android on it.
Yep,
it'd be good.
Yeah, and it doesn't have any personal information.
No, yeah, never use your own phone for this. I need to express that. Never use your own phone for that stuff.
Or put your real bank details on it.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first started, when I called and I was like, "It's Raj Patel," and they're like, "Well, who's Dean Myers?" So I was like, "Oh, I better start using a different phone." But
yeah.
That's not my real name, by the way, but it was, you know, they called me by my real name and it freaked me out. So ever since then, I've been using Text Now, and I bought a bunch of other phones.
Are you guys what are you guys using for calls?
I just call and get the numbers from whoever, and I put 2 phones together and record the calls. That's how I've done 300 videos.
No. What I'm asking is using Text Now, Google Voice, a PBX server. What are you using? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I have a regular burner phone with a Verizon number, and then I do have a couple Text Now numbers as well.
We could hook you up with our PBX server too. I have no problem with that. I don't think Mark would either.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would definitely help because I do once in a while. I want to continue messing with them, and they do block me 5 numbers, and I'm like, okay, I got 5 calls in.
Well, they can't block you. They can't block you on the PBX server.
Yeah, it's impossible to block us.
You can't block us.
And there's so many numbers, but they just don't get it. Love the PBX.
The big thing that we have to worry about as scambaiters now is, I guess, flooding because of that whole Scammer Blaster bullshit.
Right.
I'm sure there's 3-letter agencies in our Discord somewhere, and I just don't flood. If you're a scambaiter, don't flood for now.
Yeah. Do you guys have any more insight on that you can share right quick?
I don't have any insight on it because I like to stay out of drama, but I know he got caught for doing some stupid stuff. That's all I know, and I know that we as scambaiters, because we are the good people and we need everybody, the police and everybody, to realize that. We just lay off the flooding for right now. Let's just do the regular scam baiting. Not have them not be able to block us, stuff like that.
Yeah. And to answer your question, I have a Telnex. That's what I use.
Oh yeah, cool, nice. Yeah, that's cool.
How about
you, Pastor? We're limited to a certain number with a PBX. You can just endless calls because each time you call, it's a different number, caller ID.
Yeah, our number changes every time we call.
Yep, that's funny. And then they're always like, "What?" I love that.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, hit us up if you want to jump on that PBX server. Like I said, I said in the beginning, I'm all about Team SDS for sure, but I'm all about scambaiters as scambaiters united. That's what I'm about.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, Mark. I think this is the first time I talked to you. It was super nice talking to you. I look forward to talking to you more. And
it was very talking to you too.
Yeah, and nope, I've talked to you before, but it's still good talking to you. And I will try to get more involved with you guys because I'm not, to be honest, I haven't been involved with a whole lot going on, so I will make an effort.
And we'll make sure
January 20th, hopefully. We'll make our way to the motherland.
I'll see you in Manchester on the 20th.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll have you back on again.
And it's good.
Right, cool.
And it's good.
See you guys.
Good to hear you, Mark. I can actually understand without having subtitles.
I don't know who's who right now. I don't know who's who.
Yeah.
Are you the Microsoft certified trainer?
Yeah, he's definitely Welsh.
Maybe he's Jim. Maybe it's Jim. Are you actually Jim Browning? I'm probably one of the few in chat that's actually seen Jim Browning's face. So show me your face and I can tell you if it's Jim or not.
No joke, a scammer told me I was Jim Browning.
Yeah, dude, I've had that happen.
That's always flattering, right?
I've had them call me Pierogi, Jim Browning. They just think we're some YouTube sensation or something.
Me too. They've called me Jim Browning. And when have you heard Jim Browning use a voice changer? It's a woman. I haven't.
I had somebody yesterday tell me that I'm using a voice changer, and I'm like, if I was using a voice changer, do you think I would change it to this voice? They're such idiots.
Yeah.
But the minute you curse in Hindi or have a conversation in Hindi and you know a little Hindi, it's yesterday I had somebody say, F you, Carl Rock, and your Indian wife. And I was like, oh, that's a compliment.
Oh my God. Such jerks.
But yeah, it happens. Eventually, they'll start giving me some credit. But for now, I'll be flattered when they say Jim Browning or Pierogi.
Yeah. Well, we love you guys, and thank you for joining us. We'll have you back
you do
again.
great work. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, it was super great having them on.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yep, and I'm getting hungry. So, and thank you so much to Mark, who also gave us a super chat. That was so nice of you.
Oh, Mark, thank you.
Yeah. And also to Miracles, thank you for the super chat. Lucifer's
Thank you, Miracles.
BB and Crow, thank you guys so much for the super chats this morning, and everyone for the subs. I know DA gave some gifted subs, and Crypt, and everyone else I'm sorry, not subs, the memberships. It's very confusing. The memberships. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Really appreciate it. Very kind of you. And it was great having you guys on. I look forward to talking to you more. And what's your plans for today, Tate?
I don't know. I might take a break today and not call anybody. Just kind of relax. I think they're fixing my leak, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to relax in my apartment. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure I shout out Wenja. Today's shout out day. We're shouting out everybody. Wenja92, who just got his channel back in the last week, who was very nice to take one of my ideas and make it his own and give me credit for it and give my link. My channel's kind of gotten, I think, 25 subs in the last couple days. My channel's been stagnant. So I think it was definitely people coming from that video. So thank you, Wenja. We're so glad you're back. And that's all I have.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raz. And no problem to y'all that die is totally fine, no worries. But thank you so much, Raz. And we really appreciate everyone for being here today. On Tuesday, we actually have a different guest. We will have a lawyer who's gonna talk to us about business and privacy laws. We can ask him about scam baiting laws. I don't know if he'll know about this call flooding thing, but we can ask him. He's a corporate lawyer. And then next Thursday we'll have Laz on.
Depends what part of the country you're from. Yeah. I call him Laz.
Yeah. So it'll be a great week. So look forward to seeing you guys next week. And you guys have a great day and a great weekend. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you have a minute, leave a comment just for the algorithm. All right.
Yeah, all right. Bye, Chester. Bye, CJ. Everybody go sub to SDS.
Yeah, go sub to SDS. They're still pinned above. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. You have